But then I'm like, you know what? I don't have it that bad. Some people have it worse than I do.
But we're still allowed to have our feelings and our emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
But just realize, even everything that we're going through, it's not as bad as like other people.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Shaun. We've been talking for a while before we got on here.
How's everything going with you?
I had a really good week, but I don't know what's going on with me. Just a little stress. I think everything been happening after the holidays. It was just been nonstop, and then I just finally reached a point where I'm just like getting really stressed out, and my anxiety level is like way up here, and like I just don't know whether to cry or curl up in a ball or go to sleep, and it's just kind of weird.
How about all of the above and just get it out of your system?
I think it's just, okay, first of all, I think it's because it's a way of God telling me, okay, well, I'm just preparing you for Easter. This is Lent. And Lent is, for us Catholics, it's a time to reflect on the things that we've done, good and not good.
Definitely. I think like a lot of like emotions do come into play during Lent, because we realize, like for me personally, like how heavy the cross was that Jesus carried. And then it just reminds you, like for me personally, like when I'm stressed out, as I was, and everything
with
I was
the car
going through
and all that.
But then I'm realizing, like, just breathe, because my cross is not as heavy.
Well, yeah, it's compared to other people's crosses, and that's what actually keeps me going, because sometimes I just really want to scream, and I'm just like, enough is enough. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't have it that bad. Some people have it worse than I do.
But we're still allowed to have our feelings and our emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
But just realize, even everything that we're going through, it's not as bad as like other people.
Oh, yeah. So going back to Lent, Lent starts like this year started beginning of March. We have 40 days of Lent?
40 days.
Until Easter. So, and I noticed, okay, first of all, with Lent, there's a time when people usually would give up something as a sacrifice, just like, because Jesus went through all that. So we want to carry that same kind of cross, and leading up to Easter. So, I felt like I didn't even have time to reflect on what I want to give up for, because I felt like there was always something happening that causing chaos, causing a lot of drama, causing a lot of stress, for not just me, but then like for each member of my family. There's always something happening that I felt like, okay, so I guess we don't necessarily have to give up something. I think God has just chosen for us to go through some things, just some stressful times.
Exactly.
And then we just have to go through it and work through it. And so you just get to a point, and I told my kids, it's like, I know it's, you're going through this, but you got to let it ride. And you just, a point where you just have to like lift it up to God. And it's like, I offer all my pain and suffering to you, but your will be done. And it works itself out.
Absolutely.
Well, because there are times where just like, there are just some things you can't control, right? It is what it is. It happens. But you just have to not lose faith. And that's what the whole meaning of Lent is. You just
remembering the importance of everything. Exactly. And I think when some people think of giving something up, I always feel like they go directly to, I need to give up like coffee, or I need to give up candy. I need to give up my phone. Yeah. But there's creative ways of doing it. And I think I told you, as far as like me and my daughter, and it's almost like cleaning house in a lot of ways, is just giving up material things that you have in your house that you don't need, or that it's just, so just have a box, and just like every day, just put something in a box. And then at the end of the 40 days, you donate that to someone who needs it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell my kids that.
Start having them collect it out up to 40 days. Let's get this box full.
No, but actually, like for this Lent, I'm looking back at it, I think each of them had gone through something that is now it's finally going to a point where it's now getting to a peaceful stage. But yes, I think each of them did go through something, but the crosses that my kids are carrying, I carry it too.
Of course,
in addition to my own cross.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's why
it heavier for you.
why I think that I was just like I just wanted to cry. I'm like, whoa. And you know, my husband had his own cross, but then obviously we each share the crosses for what our kids are going through. So,
as parents.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's why, you know what? Sometimes you just need a mental health day. Sometimes, even though it's like there's really nothing going on with you physically, but then sometimes you just like, I just need a mental health day and I just don't want to think. I don't want to deal with anybody. I don't want to do a darn thing.
Like, and that's okay.
Like, you know, like I just want to watch a movie. And if there's a movie that will allow me to cry, the better.
Then you have a reason to let it all out. I'm crying
then you feel better afterwards, right? Because I'm one of those. Like some people, like they eat when they're stressed. I don't eat. I just need something to help. Like
to help you release yourself.
Help me release and then be good.
Well, good.
Yeah. Sorry. What about you?
How do I deal with it?
I mean, besides having a glass of wine, I mean, that helps too. You know
no, I try not to do that because then I'll go crazy.
But then it gets worse the next day.
Exactly.
Isn't that true? It's like you think, for the time being, you think it's fine, but then the next day I'm like, gosh, now I have a headache and I don't feel good.
But you know what I do is I, even though I still walk the dog, but like sometimes I'll just be like, okay, I'm going to go. Like, let's go outside. Like, let's go for a walk. Like, I try to move. I'm trying to just like not like stay in my room and like get in that little hole that and then, you know, your mind just starts spinning. I really try to just like get outside. And that really does seem to help me.
Walking the dog definitely helps. And like you're just there thinking, you're outside, and the weather's still great here.
Exactly.
It's not super hot. So then when it gets super hot, then you're now irritable and you don't want to deal with the heat. I don't want to go outside, right? So I guess we should just take advantage of the weather right now before it gets to that point where it's boiling hot and you don't want to go outside.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're getting into Holy Week. Is there anything that you do specifically like during Holy Week?
Well, you know, Holy Week starts with Palm Sunday.
It does.
Yes. And
we have Good Friday, Palm Sunday.
Well, no, like starts with Palm Sunday and then it leads to Holy Thursday, which is the Passover. And then in Bible terms, that's the time when Jesus does washing of the feet during Holy Thursday. And then Good Friday is obviously
the day before. The weekend.
Well, that's when he dies on Good Friday. And then you have Holy Saturday, which is the Easter Vigil. And then, leading up to Easter Sunday.
We always go to Mass on Palm Sunday and we carry the palms.
Yes. And this is the thing. It's like, as I'm all about going to Palm Sunday and all that. It's just that you have to get there super early.
Almost like
that's a stressful thing in itself. And then every time I get irritable because of like having to look for parking and having to find a seat and having to find palms because they're almost out because you have at least those people that will grab a bunch of palms and because they make stuff out of it.
They know how to. That's amazing though. I don't know how to make anything out of the leaves. I like sit there and I try. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not my skill.
But the thing is, it's like, but now I guess you have somebody actually giving the palms so that people are not taking it all. In the past, people, you know what I mean? Now they're just giving like 2 apiece to each person.
Okay, we go to different churches because it's not like that. They still have that table out.
Where just like somebody comes out of there with like a bunch of palms, right?
But we get there early anyways, because every year we have like been holding like the big palms as they like walk into. So that's something that we've been doing. Yeah. My eyes are watering.
I know. So sorry. I like my nose was like, I'm like, oh my God, because I kind of like water a little bit when I was talking about my stress. But then my mom always says, because the Holy Spirit is upon us. So no, so first it's just start with Palm Sunday. So you do have to get there early just to make sure, you all go, you have the seats, you have the palms, and then it's like I have time to meditate before the actual mass starts.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you have the Holy Thursday, and then Good Friday, and obviously as for Lent, and hopefully people still practices. You don't eat meat during Lent. You don't eat meat on Fridays, but during Holy Week, you don't eat meat on Holy Thursday and Good Friday. So leading up to Saturday. So come Saturday, you just like want to order everything with meat.
Easter Sunday, you have like lasagna.
Easter Sunday, you're just like steak.
You're like, let's go.
Right? It's like it's such a mental thing, right? It's like, can't have meat. I'm like
that's why everyone feasts on Easter Sunday. They're like, okay, let's do it.
This is why brunches are so great for Easter. You know what I mean? It's like, let's go to that all you can eat stuff. Speaking of which, well, no, and that's the thing. It's like we've gone to brunches for Easter.
Do you?
Yeah, we've done that in the past. So for Easter Sunday, what I'd want to do is for us to go to that basilica in downtown Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Which is near my daughter's
school.
Well, her dorm, yeah. And that's the church she goes to.
Oh, good.
Because it's close to
Doesn't that make you feel good?
Oh, it really does.
Even though that your daughter's not at home, that she's still going to church.
The fact that she's the one
on her own, it's her choice.
On her own, because she would text me and say, "Hey, Mom, I went to check out that church that you told me that's close," and I was like, "I went. It's great. Because I love that.
Awesome.
It's beautiful." I said, "Well, that's because it's a basilica." Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, but I'm glad that she actually.
That's really nice.
So I told her, I said, "Well, you don't need." Even though I love the fact that she makes a point now to come home usually on a Sunday so she can go to mass, and because she does not have classes on Monday. I did tell her that it'd be great if we can go and see her and go to mass there too. So,
do you think you're going to try and do that for Sunday?
I'd love to.
You have to. You probably have to get there extra early.
Well, that's my other challenge, of getting everybody
up and ready and organized and
yeah. So maybe we do that Easter Sunday then, because a lot of people actually go to mass on Vigil night, on Holy Saturday.
Yeah,
that's mostly when it's packed. But that's like a 3-4 hour deal. Well, they're baptizing a lot of people that converted to Catholicism and all that. Yeah. So and confirmation and baptism all at once.
Okay, so I've never been on a Saturday. Yeah. Like during Lent. It's like
Easter Vigil is like, instead of going Easter Sunday, Easter Vigil is the mass.
Yeah,
like long.
I've not done that,
and a lot of people do attend that. That's when it comes to Easter Sunday. You don't have. I mean, you still have a lot of people, but everybody goes to the one night before.
Yeah.
So,
this Easter Sunday, my daughter's altar serving, and I'm actually a lector. And this will be the first time on Easter Sunday. So I was like, oh my goodness. I asked the sister, I'm like, please give me the reading ahead of time so I can practice. Because normally, I'm like, okay, I'll just, but now I'm like, I want to make sure that I get it down. So it's kind of an honor. I feel kind of.
What are you going to wear? Are you going to wear pink?
I actually thought, do I go buy something?
You're going to wear a hat? Are you going to wear a hat?
No, I'm not going to wear a hat. I don't have any of those. I love hats, but I don't have a big church hat. Maybe I should.
It's such a big thing. I used to really dress my kids, like my girls.
I am going to probably wear a floral dress, but
no, that's it's it's
something I already have.
Yeah, with Easter, it is something. It's like it's always that thing that's a floral or
exactly.
There, like what are
that'd be
colors?
awesome if I had a hat, but I don't.
Colors are usually like blue, like pink.
It has to have like a little pink, a little bit of like rose, like color. Yeah, it has like little flowers.
It's like I have to go through my closet and see if I have any of those.
Do you have a hat?
No. I put hats on my girls back then. It looked cute on my girls.
I know. Oh, it was so fun dressing the little ones up for Easter in their big little poofy dresses. And
for sure. But
during Holy Week, one of the things that me and my daughter still do is color Easter eggs.
Oh, that is another thing
so we're gonna color.
I
Easter,
really miss because none of us can get together
all together
like, right before Easter to do that. But maybe on Good Friday,
and because we're all together.
Well, there's no school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we color Easter eggs, and then we always watch just like a movie like about Jesus.
Oh yeah. Well, I watched one yesterday.
What did you watch? The Passion.
Bawled my eyes out. It hits me every time. Even though I've seen it so many times. And you know what's going to happen. It's in the Bible. I mean, come on.
We all know the story.
We know the story. This is why we're Catholics, right?
Even if you're not Catholic, everyone knows the story.
Everybody knows the story. But every time, you're just crying. When I was crying.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a while. We saw Mary.
That is the one thing that I need to... I started it. And I'm sorry I keep cutting out.
No, that's good.
I started it, but I haven't finished it. So I need to.
Yeah, finish watching it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you watch movies.
Yeah, so we watch a movie. And then, on Easter Sunday or, we like to watch the movie Hop.
Aww.
I still love that movie.
Of course.
So kind of just like take it to like a little fun level. Yeah. I still hide Easter eggs for my daughter. I think
the last time I did that was 2020, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, this, I don't, now I kind of just like put money in it or different things to make her like eager to still want to find it, because when you put candy in it, now she'd be like, whatever, I'm not going to really go for the hunt. But if she knows there's going to be money in it, then she's like, I'm going to find these Easter eggs.
Maybe I should redo the Easter egg.
Bring it back.
Just,
it's fun.
I mean, no, they enjoyed it. I remember. It's just like, you know what, too? What happened is my son started having games during Easter.
Really?
Yes, like baseball. And so I think that's why it's kind of
you get caught up in like everything that you need to do.
So we're usually after a game rushing to go do a family lunch or dinner. It's like kind of...
So you don't have time to hide the Easter eggs.
And I just, so it was just like, now looking back, I'm like, yes, we've always had had games during Easter.
Wow.
I know.
So what about this year?
This year was good because now that he's doing high school baseball, there's no games on obviously on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
So now we can hopefully get back on track. Okay, go on.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I think you need to go back to...
I think so.
Color some Easter eggs, have fun with the family, and then get some of the plastic eggs and just hide them. And you can even be creative and just put little notes to them.
I know. I used
one, I don't know. I know you don't want to do this, but like, I'll do your laundry one day. Like if they find that egg.
I already do.
Okay. But just, but you could just put like for me, for my daughter, like if she found an Easter egg that said like she could stay up until like 10:30 on a school night, she would be like so happy.
Okay. Well, you have one, I have three.
I know, but you can still get those creative juices flowing.
I'll just have them find some Easter eggs with candy in it. No.
And my daughter does not like jelly beans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's probably because you always gave her all the healthy stuff growing up, and she didn't like all these, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I tried. But then you have grandma over there on this side giving them
Just sneaking little. Here you go. Just don't tell your mom.
Right.
No, my daughter would tell me everything.
Aww.
So, because I don't let her eat fast food, and so when she was younger, she'd be like, Grandma and Grandpa took me to McDonald's, Mom. And I'm like, what? And she's like, don't worry, I didn't get anything. I just got a shake. I'm like, I love you, child.
Oh, she's so honest because she knows how you feel about unhealthy stuff, right?
She's like, they made me eat it.
They made me eat it. Did you like it? You kept going for seconds.
I remember when she was little, Grandma and Grandpa took me to McDonald's.
I know. I always make them feel guilty about that. Like, you can't eat McDonald's all the time. So
Ever.
Oh my gosh. I know. But every now and then you do crave for. I do. I crave for McDonald's.
I never crave any of that stuff.
You're so lucky. I do. I just like it's the fries, and then with the Diet Coke. It's just yeah.
Okay, here we go again.
Food. We go on a tangent.
They reel back in.
Maybe that's that's a good thing to give up for Lent. McDonald's. No, actually, I don't because I don't really go to McDonald's that much anymore.
Yeah,
like I said, only once in a while when I have a crave for fries and Diet Coke.
Well, I noticed like your daughter is at the age where her friends have jobs at like either fast food.
Oh yeah,
or because I've heard her say, "Oh, we're gonna go to such and such to get something to eat because so and so's working there."
You heard that, right?
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank God that place is a smoothie place.
Oh, it's a smoothie place.
Yeah.
Wasn't one time a Taco Bell or something like that?
Oh, that was I guess someone's boyfriend worked at Taco Bell.
We're gonna go get some food.
Yeah. Yeah. So they get the hookup. Yeah. I said in that note, give me this.
Yeah, I heard you. You said, since you're going, bring me back.
But yeah, now it's like someone's working at a smoothie place, and so it's like more healthy.
That's good. Nice.
Right.
Good choices.
Yeah. So here we always somehow our conversation all leads up to food.
To food and our kids.
Oh yeah. But leading back to like the whole, meaning of Lent, it's just it's really a time to reflect on everything.
It is, and I think you feel it more. At least for me personally, like during Lent, I feel like seriously, oh my goodness, like
it's like you just really feel it here, and then sometimes you just cry for no reason. Like I said, it's when the Holy Spirit is upon you, working. And then somehow you have then you have some clarity after all that.
Yes,
seriously, it's like some inner peace that you can't really explain, and it never fails. It's always during this time of the year.
Well, I want to hear what you did during Holy Week next time I talk to you. If you did hide Easter eggs, if you did color Easter eggs. If you really did it, because I know I'm going to.
I'm sure you'll send me a picture.
I will, exactly. Well, my daughter's an artist, so it'll be interesting to see like how if she like gets artistic on the eggs.
Oh yeah,
have you seen cute. Some eggs like that people like draw like delicate, elegant like pictures on them?
Yeah. No, people can get really creative with that.
I don't have that skill.
I mean. It really.
I just know how to dip it in the dye.
It is therapy when you're just
sitting there.
Yeah,
I know.
Could be.
I know how to dip it in the dye. Maybe I'll be the dyer, and then she could be like the drawer on it. We could do teamwork.
Maybe that's for me. It's the fact that back then it was a little stressful because with the dye and the kids are getting messy
everywhere. That's kind of the fun of it.
That's why you do it outside.
Oh, see, we don't do it outside. I just cover the table up in like plastic tablecloths.
We'll do it. We'll have to do it outside. I think that way, and then it's not going to be too hot. I think this time of year.
Hopefully not. We had a couple of days we were already in triple digits.
But they said it's supposed to get cooler, so hopefully maybe that would be something to do when when the weather's not super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to getting all the different kind of treats that's shaped like eggs. All the different.
Are you?
Oh,
you want the candy?
Yes, I want the chocolate.
You want the chocolate. Do you like those big chocolate bunnies?
I like the little ones. I like the
little ones. I won't tell you about the chocolate. I just heard something a long time ago about like the chocolate, like the big chocolate, like bunnies and stuff.
Yeah, what about it?
It's not good. It's like bugs and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah. So I never ever get like the big chocolate bunnies. I just get like, and I used to put jelly beans. Maybe I'll get some jelly beans.
But you said she doesn't like jelly beans.
I do.
Oh yeah. She likes gummy bears. Gummy bears are also good.
But I told you what I did. I got her a Bible to put inside her Easter basket.
Which is something I want to do as well.
Because the last Bible I realized that she had was when she was a child, so it was just almost like it's a regular Bible, but it's like a baby Bible.
That's wonderful.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna now that she's a teenager.
And Shaun gave me the idea. I'm like, I think I want to do that too. I mean, all my kids have their own Bibles from when they received their sacraments.
Exactly, from they're younger.
Yeah, that have they ever opened it?
But I think it's still nice to have it in your
just
room,
your own personal Bible.
That would personal Bible.
Yeah.
So
I think it's always good. It's always good to, and they'll carry that with them even when they get married and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then pass it down to her kids. Yeah.
Well, her name's engraved in it, but
yeah. So, of course.
But then I got some things. I still give her an Easter basket. Obviously, she's my only child, so probably until she's forever, I will forever be making an Easter basket for her.
That's so cute.
I just got little things that she likes, in it. And
now you're motivating me to actually do that. I used to do it. It just stopped because obviously my kids are more grown.
Yeah, but if
but older.
You can still put little things in there. For your son, you could be silly and put a baseball in there.
He wants money.
Just
put some coins. Do they even accept coins?
Gift cards.
Yeah, right. No, they like candy. It's all about the candy.
And so also with her Easter basket, I just bought this one Easter basket years ago, and I just redecorate it.
I have had some. I don't know what happened to all the baskets.
What do with all those baskets?
I
just recycle the same basket every year. And then I put 1 year I blinged it out with little rhinestones around it when she was into that. And you just put some yarn on it and just
no, that's great. I'm I have to look in my garage. There's somewhere there.
I'm sure.
You know what? One of my daughters is just super creative. She uses stuff and for other things.
Oh, okay.
So she regifts and gives it.
Like a gift basket or something like that. See, there you go.
So that's why I'm saying I'm I know it's gone somewhere. At least it's been put to other uses. So. Anyway, so sorry, we went on a tangent. So really, we're talking about Lent, but then talk about Easter.
Well, and
it's all together.
Not everyone does celebrate Lent. A lot of people probably do celebrate Easter, no matter what you do or how you celebrate. Just celebrate. I think that's
celebrate. Yeah, it's like I said, you go through Lent and you go through all those trials. You're being tested constantly.
Oh my gosh.
Boy,
was I tested.
Me too. I was truly, truly, truly tested. And I think that's what this whole conversation began with, the whole anxiety thing that I was going through and feeling. And now it's coming to a point where it's finally.
You're feeling a little relief?
Well, no, I just got overwhelmed, but then the release of it just felt so much better. And I know leading up to Easter, it's getting better. It's just more clarity. And
definitely.
Yeah, so I know that God's Maria, you didn't really say anything to me about what you're going to give up, so I'll give you the trial that you need to go
through.
Since
we didn't have this conversation.
So you didn't have this conversation, so why don't I just give you, because I know you can handle it.
Yeah, and God never gives you anything you really can't handle. Even if you feel overwhelmed, just realize
yeah.
you just
no, I
and
totally
it proves
agree.
to us, I think, how strong we really are. Like in the end, like when you like go through it, you feel like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to make it? Like, how am I going to handle this? And you have all these emotions. And then when you get through it, you're like, I'm stronger than I thought.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and this is the thing, you know, like when I watched The Passion of the Christ, the movie yesterday, and then just watching it again, it's like, you know what? My stuff is nothing compared to that.
Exactly.
It just totally reminded me. It's like,
yeah,
I shouldn't complain. No, not one bit. Right? No, I'm going to start welling up again. So, no. But anyway, yeah, so we'll end on that now before I just start crying.
And I don't have any tissues for her, so.
Until next time.
You guys just enjoy life. I know it's stressful. It's stressful for everyone, especially just life in general. But just always believe and always remember to breathe and just find something that you can do just to give you that release.
And have some ice cream.
Some ice cream. Okay. What she said. Right, thank you. Bye. Wait, what?
You need insurance?
Now for our commercial.
Check out my website. Well, it's my husband's website. It's at healthinsuranceIsEasy.com. All right.
Bye.